Yeah, hold on.
Then in the second quarter, two interceptions.
Like the shit that we're saying, you don't like when we ask y'all to make like no edits, no game adjust, no like just let it rock out until the preseason's over. After the
That's what I'm
preseason's
saying.
over, right? But you put what we're trying to say is you put your highest overall QB as your third string. So to the naked eye, for people that don't know what you're planning, because you ain't make no announcements, you ain't say shit that he's not starting. So to everybody, you would think that when he's starting, correct? Just give me that.
Correct.
At your highest overall, he should be number one in your depth chart. When we
Correct.
ask you guys not to make any adjustments or anything, that's what we mean. Like just let it rock out until the game about to have massive week one. We don't want people cutting. We don't want people like starting that they shouldn't. We just want rookies to play in the preseason so you could build them up and scout them. But if you
Well,
start your rookies, they're not gonna play as much as you start. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but I have a rookie quarterback too, and I also have Kyle Llewellyn. Also, that my rookie wouldn't play if I start Carson Wentz. You see what I'm saying? Carson Wentz will play the first half, then Kyle Llewellyn will play second half. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, but
Kevin, no,
I get what you're saying though too.
What's up?
You know, I said I get what you're saying too. Like you saying like
No, no, I'm getting ready to start this game with Julio.
you saying
Correct.
Carson Wentz,
The stream's posted. If you want to watch it.
Correct.
but
Overall, like when we look at starting, we look at like when we see that, we immediately gonna go to your depth chart. And then when we see that, we're gonna be like, well, why the fuck is after we asked everybody not to like why are you doing that? You understand?
so you want me to start Carson Wentz and then have Kyle Llewellyn come in the
no,
second
Julio,
half,
let
and
him
then
know.
my
We don't have
rookie
time for the shit.
he
We
don't
gotta
get no
fucking
PT.
go.
Then there's no point. There's no point in having him on the roster.
Alright, so hear me out. If you are gonna if you were gonna do that,
Right.
or if that was your plan for Jim not to start Carson, not to start Carson, why you don't just hit somebody up and say, yo, listen, I don't think Carson will start again. I want him to keep him on the bench. The same way we send you a DM and say what's up, that's the same way you could have avoided whatever the fuck coach you're doing right now.
But what I'm saying is though, when y'all always preaching, take care of your team, take care of your team, take care of your team. So I'm taking care of my team, but I ain't know how to let y'all know who was gonna start, who wasn't gonna start. I ain't know nothing about that. You see what I'm
Well,
saying?
when we ask people not to change their shit around, like not change your numbers, not change this, not it's for a reason. Like
I didn't change no numbers. I mean, I just changed who was gonna start for me. Okay, so you can't. All right, let me. All right.
in preseason,
Okay, so the Dolphins got Josh Rosen starting at quarterback and Justin Herbert as his backup.
yeah, I haven't touched that. That's what the game did.
Meaning the game put their second rated quarterback as a starter.
Yeah, that's how you had him. He just got higher than him with the fucking the upgrades. I haven't touched my shit. I'm the Dolphins.
Okay.
Like our whole shit is like the back and forth in chat. That's what we always try to avoid.
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't no back and forth though. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, okay, it's gonna be over with, and then that's when I started playing. Then he threw an interception, and he get mad, and then he said, "Oh, now you're being disrespectful real quick." Like that's crazy to me. Like come on now, like he was throwing touchdowns at every it was a boom, boom, boom. It's fine up to the point he threw an interception. You see what I'm saying? Then that's when he quit. And then that's when it's looking like, oh, so he quit when we about to possibly lose, like, and then start. But when Kyle Llewellyn, like he should have said something the moment he saw Kyle Llewellyn at the quarterback, like throwing straight to the dirt. But he didn't. He didn't say nothing up until like the second quarter. That's when he started saying, "Oh yeah, you changed stuff." Like, come on now, man. You should have let me know. y'all want me to start. You see what I'm saying? But I don't know. I guess I was being disrespectful. I was being disrespectful, man.
Man, guys, this ain't really that difficult. Who's starting in game 1 of the season? Whoever's starting should play the first 2 drives. That's it, hands down. After that, somebody else comes in.
It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up.
Oh, yeah. This is week 2 of preseason, so the starters do play a little longer. But when they get substituted out, your starter should go to the bench and your backup should come in. Oh, well, I don't know. Y'all got to hash that out then. You're good.
Hey, look, man, I ain't trying to be no burden on anybody. If y'all don't want me in the league, then don't have me in the league. You see what I'm saying? Don't try to do this back and forth stuff. Try to have me in the league and tell me this, and then when I start playing the game, start doing all this other stuff. You know, that's not cool to me.
Marion.
You know, like, y'all gotta pick a side now.
Marion. Let's just squash it, bro. Come on, man. Let's just squash everything. It's preseason. Let it ride. Let it ride. Look, it's good. Just figure out who your starter is, and from now on, just let them play. Let the computer do the substitutions, and let's go into the season, man.
That's what I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying to enjoy the season. I like the mode that y'all the brand y'all put up. I don't want to be out of it, but I'm not trying to, be no burden.
You gotta understand, Marion has a lot on his head too. He be dealing with a lot of stuff with these leagues because there's a lot of people, him and Julio and all the head people, so sometimes they get frustrated. Sometimes they get frustrated over little things, and sometimes it becomes a bigger issue than what it really is. But don't take it to heart, man. Just follow the rules and let's go to the season.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, like, if someone's saying like, look, like you don't want you in the league, like we're bringing you back week 1, like all this.
I just gave you the answer to that, bro. Sometimes people get frustrated more than what they should just because, you know what I'm saying, they're dealing with a lot of people. Look, we all get frustrated sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So just let it ride. It's good. There ain't no personal vendetta. It's
We can handle everything there.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, man. Like, we didn't have to, quit the game. Like, it's a good game. We playing. Like, and then that happens, and then you put all of us in a chat, and then just say all this stuff. Like, dude, I don't want no drama or nothing. Like, I'm not trying to bring no drama to the league, man. That's not what I want to do.
right.
I'm just trying to play. Like, that's really it. Like, if y'all want me to follow a certain format, I'll start cartoons. I'll start, whatever y'all want me to start. Like, it's really not that serious to me, but I understand people get upset and like things happen. People not following the rules and formats. I apologize for that.
All right. Hey guys, I gotta focus on this game, so I'm gonna hop out of this chat real quick.
I'll talk to them and like whatever you have to express and whatever you want to say, like let's put it in that chat and then we'll move on from it and just keep it pushing.
Yeah.
So is he gonna? I don't know. I just got into this whole shit, so I don't know what the fuck is going on. So I'm listening to both sides. So let's just, however we're gonna handle it. Are you left?
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the
Dang
way
it.
to start a drive.
Nah, you go ahead. Well, it was my fault, bro. That was my fault, really. To be honest with you, I went to go change play at the wrong time. Because you changed your defense on me.
As they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He's upended after a
Yeah.
gain of 2 out to the 27. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Down! 180! 51! Coming!
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Oh, my God.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Trying to collect! Shift!
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Go, Mike. What? Down! 180! Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm crowd. Yeah. You don't want none. 280!
Now they'll throw with Carr.
Oh,
Coming and down he goes. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Kill! Check nickel! Heavy!
On 3rd and long, it's Carr.
why is he not throwing the ball?
He is proving his worth
That's
defensively. Getting the
crazy.
sack here, that comes after being named
That should
the
not have
AFC
stopped me
Defensive
from
Player of
throwing
the
that
Week
ball.
in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
Fight on these two! Are the waiting? Not here! Big edge!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go!
Mahomes now to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Complete, the tight end Kelce. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big completion there on 3rd and short, keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. First and goal, and you know me, I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
Wait, let's go, blue lady. It's a party now. It's a party now. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. All right, D, let's turn. All right, D. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. What we just saw, we saw a lot of last week. He had 5 tackles for loss a week ago and 1 here in the first quarter now.
And I think a lot of that comes from not just his athletic ability and his intelligence and understanding how he's being blocked and how to get to the ball carriers, but also comes from scheme as well. When you've got a guy that hot, playing that well, your defense coordinator is looking for ways to create mismatches and get him to the football.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on third and goal.
Kill.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, we're good. Blue lady. Hey, check. 3 down. That's it.
Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
3 down. Check 83. Ball's going to 83. Down. 185. Hey, come on now.
From just shy of midfield, Carr. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's south, baby. That's big. Express.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Carr gives it off to Washington. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Check 52. Put that down.
Now Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Shit.
Deuce right, Chief.
Carr on the give. It's Washington.
Go, run.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. To throw, it's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Yellow.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
50, yellow.
Check 25.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Check, 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 check. Check three, check three, check three.
Now a handoff working right. And a solid run down inside the 30.
That's where you belong.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB.
15. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
If it's not one guy, it's another with this defense. I mean, this is the #1 unit against the rush in the entire NFL. They know how to cover for each other, and yeah, they've got great players. They also have very dependable players, too.
What down? 180. 53. Mike.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Ain't no way. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. That's up.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Raider 9. Check. Fuzz. Check. 53.
From midfield, here's Carr. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Lamb. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the 2nd quarter in Detroit. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
53 is the mic.
On 1st down, Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact.
What?
Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Let's go right here now.
Now Washington. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They don't want it.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Why will he not throw the ball, bro? That pressure is not that fucking close.
They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon.
Jesus.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Yellow, yellow. Right there. What's that?
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Go ahead and take a seat. You can't stop me.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Got some room at the 30. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Shoot. Shoot.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Watch the screen.
Check the backer.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here we go. Hey. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey. Hey, alert 3. Yellow.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down at the 50.
Hey, Kevin,
What's up, bud?
his son woke up.
Who, mine did?
No, his. He's just gonna go grab him real quick.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. It's no big deal, dude. I'm gonna run to the kitchen real quick.
Though.
I'm gonna run to the kitchen. I'm trying. I'm trying. He's killing me with them little out routes out of the backfield, though.
Okay, Kevin. He's back.
All right, here. Hold on, just a second. Just a second.
No, Kevin, hold on. We're gonna wait for a second, Julio. He's in another room.
Here, tell him I'm getting back in front of the TV now. Alright, I'm good. Is he good? Cause I hit restart.
Short gain of 2. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Mike, check, 59.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36.
Here we go.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Yellow. Come on, 80.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Mahomes firing complete. A gain of 6 there on first. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tahir Whitehead in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
We taking wins home. Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors.
59, Mike. Check, check. 59.
Where's it?
A On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Hey, here we go.
29. Blue 80, what's up?
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
6-18.
51's Mike.
That's it. That's it.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at him, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
White.
Check three.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. They have, by the way, gone to the 3rd quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. And the Colts have scored again to widen their lead even further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Check 50, check 50.
Carr now on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. We're back now in KC. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
93.
51 to Mike.
Carr now on first down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Carr. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4.
29. Hey, Alpha.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Hey,
Operating from the gun. Carr throwing the out route and complete. It's Lamb. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the 1st down. But in this case, he turned into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough.
Oh, man.
That one hits 2nd down.
When you get your backs in the
Whoa,
shadow
man.
of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
Ooh, that was
Put up or
close.
shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Carr again. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Bailey got the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 31 yards there and a first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check 3, check 15, 15. Where's that? Where's that?
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Deuce. Watch out.
Now they try the right side here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Fall down these two.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dylan Donahue in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important fourth quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the post. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Jacobs, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
93. What's up? 51.
Now Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Go!
So it's Raider football as we get you reset.
Hey, watch the slant.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Right Monday, down.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
Bandit.
Now Carr. It's Williams on the catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Yo, Chief. Listen, hot.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The line of scrimmage on second and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal.
Now.
53's mine.
180.
50.
180. We're good. Blue 80.
Watch the twist. Watch.
Raider 1.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, third and goal.
'53's the mic. '53's the mic. Oh, you got
White.
24. Check 24.
To throw is Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Now a play fake here on first down. That's caught by Walter out left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch safety. White Monday down. Safety's creeping.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Frank Clark, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Let's go, let's go.
To throw his car. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Carr got his man. It's Williams. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Mike Spopo.
Army, Army. Army, Army.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. A costly move.
Shit, man. I can't believe I just did that.
Right?
What?
Yo, you doing good, buddy. I'll be back. Don't leave after the game, alright?
Alright.
Stake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure of the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Sponge! No!
Hey, 57! Check 13! Hey, 43!
Throwing now is Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
Yeah!
Costly.
Yeah!
Coaches talk so much about overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder, maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here, field goal or a touchdown now. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say, get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. All right, well, they didn't kick it on 2nd down, now 3rd and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it, because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you got a chance to kick it again on 4th down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage. You fall on it, you get another chance at it. Give yourself that option. Give yourself that opening.
So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. This to win it in overtime. And he got
Yeah!
the kick is good.
Yeah!
He's able to split the uprights.
Yeah!
We thought this game would be a good
Whoa, it's the biggest win in my RMNFL career.
We always pay lip service to
The biggest win of my RMNFL career. Yeah! Yeah! We end the season on a good note. What? Julio goes down before the playoffs. Julio goes down before the playoffs. Put it in the front page of the paper. Put it in the paper. Yeah! That's my Super Bowl, baby. Yeah!
in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to.
Oh, that's great.
So for the Raiders, they finish off the season with
Yeah!
the good news. The bad news
Mahomes, who?
will wrap up a dreadful 4-12 campaign. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Ben and Gordon. Thanks for watching.
Oh, that just made my week. My week. Yes! The biggest win of my RMNFL career. The Raiders send Mahomes and the Chiefs to the playoffs with a loss at their house. Okay, now I need to know. Before I'm pumped up about this, I gotta know. Julio? Was you trying? Holy shit. I don't know. Maybe he was just like, you know, just, it's last game of the season, it's Kevin, you know, it ain't nothing.
That's what I thought going in.
Man. Bro, you got, hey, I can tell you where the only reason I was able to stay in that game. I'm going to tell you right now, your defense on the outside to the sideline is really, really weak. Man, that's the only way I move the ball. Well, no, I'm talking about how I was able to move the ball on him was only, like, dude, I couldn't do anything unless I went to an out route.
No, you did very well. No, but what I'm saying is, the way you did it was, whenever you're doing a back route from left to right, don't roll left, because he's going to clear to the right, so you got to roll to the right. You roll to the left twice in two situations, so that's why you got it. Other than that, it would have been over. But
Man, if it wasn't for that fumble, that fumble saved the game.
Take it. Anything from you, it's a very good play calling. You play called him basically. I think whatever we did before this game, something in your head that you called basic play.
Man, that felt good, bro. Oh man, why can't I win? Why can't I win in the through the season? I want to be playing in the postseason, man. All right, sweet. What, you guys got games to play? I thought we were gonna race. What happened? What? Who you got to play? Are y'all in other leagues except for Future and RMNFL still? No, I need to focus on these two leagues. I was just wondering, because I knew you already played one game today. I didn't know if you had both of your games for these leagues on the same day. I wish I had an editor. I would make a live ass newspaper clip to put up right now. No, I'm just saying. Come on, man. Let me have my moment, bro. Let me have it. Bro. Let's be honest here. Yes. What? Oh man, come on. That's my division foe. That's the Chiefs and the Raiders. What do you mean am I in his division? What kind of question is that, Marion? You're a football guy. Come on, bro. What kind of question is that? What do you mean make sure? The Raiders and the Chiefs are one of the biggest rivalries in football. You come on now. Yeah, I can't hear nobody except for you two.
Yo, Dustin. What's good? What league? What's that for?
You hear me?
Yeah.
That was in the chat that you made earlier.
Wow. I gotta get that video. Oh, Ralph is supposed to be here. Oh, now he can check my messages. Before he couldn't check my messages.